Okay, good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Dave Pinault, here representing Advando, and I'd like to talk to you today about effective planning and how our court relates to cost saving, sustainability, and efficiency. So, one of the things on introduction about planning, after the identification phase, planning is the next crucial step towards a successful turnaround or outage. With proper planning and scope definition, the efficiency, impact reduction, and many more factors come into play. With proper technologies, methodologies, proper people, planning can lead to the groundwork to a successful completion of any event. So, one of the things we want to talk about is people in planning. So, the first thing is planning is not it's not data entry. I'm going to repeat it. Proper planning is not data entry. To be able to assess and visualize how something can come together takes a certain mindset, skill set, and knowledge base. So that's where we can come into play. Investing in planners with the correct combination of all three can start the foundation that is required for a successful turnaround, outage, or even our day-to-day activities. One of the other things that tend to get correlated together is planning and scheduling. So planning is not scheduling, and scheduling is not planning. I'm not saying there aren't planners out there that know how to schedule, and vice versa, but these are very different activities, and they should be treated that way. This is why it's important that you're sourcing an actual subject matter expert and investing in the proper people, methodologies, and technologies that we can supply. People tend to hold back when it comes to asking others for help. So that's one of the things that the proper planning and a good plan can actually help, is now that planner can provide the information that so somebody doesn't have to actually ask. We are that help in proper planning. So, one of the main reasons we're all here this week is talking about efficiency, responsibility, sustainability, and the Sustainable Development Goals. So, how does planning relate to Sustainable Development Goals? When a plan goes from identification to execution successfully, it hits three main points of contact. That's that time, energy, and money. Responsible consumption and production is a direct byproduct of a proper plan. When a planner has taken the time to properly source the correct materials, equipment, and resources, this in turn saves money, reduces that energy, and saves time. Less waste is created when material responsibility is considered. Indirect costs associated with poor planning are extensive. When a plan is inadequate, underestimated, missing materials, lacking in details, both visual and verbal, it creates a trickle effect right from the beginning. There's reactions and expensive shipping resources to get components quick. Material issues can result in a knee-jerk reaction and expensive shipping to get the components rather than relying on bulk shipments of materials. You've now just spent extra money, more time, increased emissions to get things done. The planning phase allows the planner to look into renewable energy sources as well as adaptation strategies to promote energy saving and reducing emissions. So an example of that would be if we can rent an electric LED light plant for a night shift rather than going with a traditional diesel and halogen. So planning also allows the ability to look into the implementation of innovative technologies that could be environmentally friendly and resource friendly. This is the opportunity phase to look into things like improving waste management systems and promoting sustainable production practices, just to name a couple. So one thing that should be looked at in the planning phase is utilizing eco-centers, proper disposals, not putting something into a disposal well or going straight to a W3 or W4 landfill. So another thing we can talk about is the cost savings that come along with quality. So putting high quality information into a plan can streamline how the information gets relayed through the layers. A thorough plan leads to a proper schedule, and a proper schedule and proper plan leads to an organized and efficient field execution. If having the correct details, both visual and verbal, can save an average of 1 minute per day per person, and you're doing an event with 800 people, that's going to add up. Similar to creating responsible and sustainable sourcing of materials, driving quality into the plan and procurement of materials streamlines and reduces those costs. One thing I deal with on a regular basis is helping an execution team. Why are we wasting planning resources helping an execution team on the day of when it could have been captured in the planning phase? I receive countless phone calls in situations where the information should have been readily available in the plan. People asking, where's this material? Can we get extra material ordered? I don't have any pictures. This plan is missing this. If the information's not captured, then it's not getting relayed to the field execution team properly. So this brings me to the other slide that I'm going to talk about, and that's putting the finer details into a plan. Thorough planning helps identify potential risks and challenges beforehand, allowing for adequate preparation and prevention of these errors. By minimizing rework and costly mistakes, there are substantial savings on additional labor, materials, and time. Experience and knowledge allows fine details to be input into the planning phase, which should relay to the execution team. This is an opportunity phase to pass on knowledge and skill set of that subject matter expert to any new group or any even experienced workers who may not know exactly how to get that job executed. There is no point in creating a step on a job plan without any information to go along with it. The more information that can productively go into a plan, the better. Clear and direct pictures, adding things like text boxes, arrows, highlighting sections on Word documents, on PowerPoint presentations. These are all things that take very little time at the beginning in the planning phase, but can save ample time in the end. Blueprints, isometric drawings, P&IDs, engineered drawings, historical information, clear, concise, to-the-point long text are all things that can go into a plan, if relevant. You need to find the balance, and that's where proper planning can help out and lead to good field execution through proper scheduling. A planner should be able to provide all resources necessary without negatively affecting a productive output. So, I'd like to open it up to any questions, if anybody has any questions. So in the planning process, that's the opportunity to get as much data as possible. So you're dealing with any inspection and test plans that need to go along with it. You're dealing with any blueprints. You have to gather the direct scope from operations if it's going to be ops driven. So that's your opportunity to get all that information, and it all should be going into the plan. So no plan should be getting created with all the right information. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
So you probably got that pretty clear. Dave said a lot of the same things that Heinz said earlier. And tomorrow, when you join us to see our master scheduler Laszlo speak, you're going to hear a lot more about the importance of what Dave just said. So thanks for your time. We're going to be back one more time today with the CEO and the Managing Director of Advando Americas.